Hi, this is Noma Dimitri. When you see me standing in front of trees like this, which are perfectly straight and geometrical, with trunks that look like this, perfectly cut underneath on completely straight lines, you know I can only be in one country, in France. This is where I am. I'm in the area of France called Normandy, up in the north, where a lot of the war was fought with the Germans, and some of the famous places, some of the famous beaches where some of the most heroic battles of the Second World War were fought, when the Americans and the Allies launched the final attack against the Germans. But forget about the war right now. We are in a beautiful garden. It's a wonderful day. You can see the countryside around me. But more importantly, look where I am. Let's go here. Check this out. I'm on the grounds of a gorgeous abbey. This is the abbey, and these are the grounds. These are the gardens of the abbey. And let me put it this way. There we go. There we go. So this abbey is about 800 years old, and it's surrounded by a stone fence all around it, as you can see over there. And over there, I'm on the grounds of the abbey. There's stone walls all over to protect it from the outsiders. This is, of course, 800 years ago when things were very dangerous, and you needed stone walls to protect you. In these abbeys, there were centers of culture at the time. You should not think that there was really a state at that time at all. It was just some kind of noble, some kind of rich person in a chateau that lived somewhere around that kind of protected militarily this whole area. But the abbey itself was some sort of university you can think of. Always the purpose was to serve God and to be religious, but there were also letters and arts cultivated in these abbeys, and there were also archives, if you will, of human civilization that survived and preserved European civilization through the dark ages and the horrible wars that happened in those times. People here could read and write. They were monks, but they could read and write. They would copy wonderful texts, even ancient Greek texts. They kept libraries, and they kept a lot of the arts of building, of decorating, of painting, of gardening. A lot of the arts and crafts were preserved in this kind of abbey, because all around me, 800 years ago, things were pretty scary. There were wars, there were famines, there were plagues, people died, there were bad harvests, there were bandits all over the forest that used to be all around. Now, of course, it's all idyllic. This is practically a museum and a church, and everything is absolutely fine. So nothing to worry, at least not in Europe. But in some parts of the world, what I just described is taking place right now. Noma Dimitri from Normandy in France. Happy trails.